Well, now we're doing question 4, and we're given this function, and we've got to find the domain, the range, identify the asymptotes, find the intercepts, and note the behavior as x goes to 2 from below or above. That's what these symbols mean. And graph the function. Well, let's start out by graphing it. And we'll answer a lot of our questions by just doing that. X and y. First of all, we can say this: the domain equals, and will you agree it's going to be the set x such that x is not equal to 2. We have to find the range, and that's going to be the set y such that, and that's yet to be determined. Y. So let's graph this. We've got a vertical asymptote at 2. Okay. And if you recall how we find horizontal asymptotes, we're going to ignore the 2, ignore the 3, just divide. In other words, divide every term by x and let x become extremely large. And this 3 and this -2 become insignificant. And what we wind up with is -3x over x. The x's divide out, and we wind up with a horizontal asymptote at -3. So we have and will cover that heavily in class. So now we've got our horizontal asymptote. That's horizontal asymptote is a y value that x is not going to take on for this particular equation, or that y will never achieve for this particular equation. So the range is everything but 3. Y is not equal to 3. Now, let's consider the intercepts. So f of 0, if we replace x with 0, I get -3/2, don't you? -3/2. So this is 1, 2, right about there. -3/2, 0. Now, let's see what f of x equals 0. What value of x will equal 0? Well, all we have to focus on is the numerator, and I would say if we let x be 1, we'll get 0, because 3 minus 3 is 0. So we're at 1. And 1, 0. Now we have the two intercepts. We can graph it. And that's what it looks like. So the opposite, in the opposite quadrant, we're going to get this phenomena. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, so we found the intercepts. Now, note the behavior as x goes to -2. So, as x goes to not -2, I beg your pardon, 2 from below, that's what that symbol means, then y goes to infinity. 2 from below x, to infinity. As x goes to 2 from above, y goes to, and here it is, going to -infinity. And so we've answered all the questions, we've graphed the function, we're done.